Hey. It's Matt and it is finally Fiendish Friday. TGIMF and F. I hope each and every one of you are having a fantastic morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, whenever it is you're watching this. I hope you're having a great time with some family, with some friends, with some loved ones, doing whatever it is that makes you happy, because that's always what's most important in life, is doing what makes you happy, making your loved ones happy. Now that I got all that spiel out there, oh, and then also please like, share, and subscribe, all that jazz. Hit the little bell icon that lets you know, gives you reminders of my new videos coming out. I know there are a lot of them. I do one every day, Monday through Friday. I know some of you probably get annoyed with it, but you know what? They're there for whenever you feel like to watch them. You don't have to watch them daily. You could binge watch and watch 3 or 4 of them at a time, and then not watch any for a week. I don't care. It's my thoughts and opinions there for you guys whenever you want to hear them or see my ugly face. I don't force anyone to watch or do any of that nature with my videos, and I thank each and every one of you daily. You're deep in my heart for that, and I love you all. Now, let's get on to today's movie. Today's movie is a fun, awesome little gem. A nice little holiday horror. It's from 1990. It says on the box 96. IMDb says 97, but I remember it coming out in 98. So, or at least on video, it came VHS. That's when it came out, and it led to a very, very, very controversial Christmas for most people that worked in retail that had movies either for sale or for rental. And if you carried if you carried this title, chances were they were looking for this one. This is not the Jack Frost that I am reviewing. This is the Jack Frost I am reviewing. See, huge difference. Even though this is a possessed snowman that throws snowballs like no other and can go sledding and blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. That's yuck. That's garbage. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for this awesomeness. This is, by the way, I was a little late on this one, so I wasn't able to get that sweet slipcover, which bums me out because it had that lenticular cover where if you turned it went from happy face Jack to scary face Jack. I'll go ahead and open this up for you guys. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo. There you go. And it does have the reversible cover art where it is the happy Jack Frost. I don't really care for that one that much because my Jack Frost is an angry Jack Frost. If I was a snowman, I'd be a little upset. There's the special features for you guys. Alright. Now, and I wanted to show you right down here, if you guys can see that. It says 1996 right there. So, that just adds more to my confusion. 96 on here, like I said, IMDb had 97, and I'm pretty sure it was 98 that this came out on VHS, because it came out the same Christmas as this Jack Frost. The same holiday season. I think this one came out. This one did come out first. It came out like the very beginning of winter, if I remember correctly, because I was working at Video Update, which was they used to be Movies to Go, if any of you guys remember any of those. And it became Movies at one point in between Movies to Go and Video Update, which is funny. And then Blockbuster carried this as well. They had more copies. Most companies had more copies of this bad boy than this one. We had 2 copies at the store I worked at, and they were constantly gone. The unfortunate thing is these would get mixed up a lot of times, and this one would end up behind this one, and vice versa. Because back then you took up there was the cover box, and then behind it was your case, your movie behind it, and you grabbed that. So you didn't know what was inside of it unless you really paid attention and looked. If your cashier was being nice that day, you might have avoided some embarrassment if you were going either way, family fun or comedy horror. If that's another thing that I did when I worked there. If I didn't like you, I did not tell you. I would just let you rent it and let you figure it out all on your own. So it's much like anybody in the service industry. Be nice to whoever it is that's helping you, because they're just there to do their job. They do not live, sleep, and eat and breathe their job. They love life in other ways, and or at least I hope some of them love life. Not everybody does, that's for sure. Unfortunately, that's sad. Um, Now, what is this one about? It's about a serial killer named Jack Frost, who right away at the very beginning of the movie, he's being transported by heavily armed guards to they're taking him to a prison. It is a very brutal blizzard outside, whiteout conditions. They crash. He's able to get out. In the midst of the crash, there was a chemical truck that overturned, and he got splashed with the chemical. Turns him into snow. So he's able to turn into whatever shape he wants, but he turns into a snowman, which is easier to hide and much more fun. At one point, there is a magical scene. Oh, which, by the way, Shannon Elizabeth. This is her very first movie that I found on IMDb. Which is, if you guys are interested in that at all, I don't think she does much acting anymore. I know does something about professional poker player, and apparently she's really good. I did not know that until I guess I found that out like a year ago, but a lot of you probably didn't know that. Just an FYI. But okay, so he turns into snow. He heads on his way to Snomonton or Snowman Town or however they pronounce it. I forget. Snomonton. He's heading there because the sheriff that was just able to accidentally apprehend Jack Frost, he's going after. And it gets a little wacky. It gets out there. Lots of humor. Like I said, there's this magical scene that involves Shannon Elizabeth in a bathtub, which there's no nudity. You don't see anything. I don't even think you see a butt. It's nothing, but he liquefies himself, and she's taking a bath or a shower. I think she's taking a bath, but he turns into a snowman while she's in the water, and he kills her that way. And at one point, you see a floating carrot in the bathtub, which is hilarious. I died laughing. The way they find out how to kill Jack Frost is just magical. It's one of those things. It's very, very silly, very, 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 very silly, very tongue in cheek. If you want a serious movie, don't watch this one. It's definitely not serious one to take serious at all. Now, let's move on to, I don't want to give any more on as far as what happens or the story, because I want you guys, if you haven't watched it, go out and watch it, check it out, it's a blast. Otherwise, if you have watched it, what's your thoughts, I mean, did you guys like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? It's one that I absolutely love and adore and watch every year for Christmas, for the holiday season at least. Now, let me get back. Let me get on to the ratings there. On the technical side, this thing is a freaking wreck. You know, there is all types of plot holes. The acting is very, very, very bad. The camera work is it gets a little shoddy in places. Gets very basic, very dry, very vanilla. Um, Not the best on the filming side of everything. There's little flaws here and there, like little continuity errors and such. So I'm going to give it a 2 on that side. It's not very good on that aspect. It's quite embarrassing almost. Now, what would I give it on an entertainment side? This one is a very fun movie. I'm going to give it a 4. Yeah, this is a whopping 4 on my fun side. And because there's so much cool way, like he not cool, but funny ways that he kills these people, and his humor as he does it, because he talks mad trash at you while he's doing it. It's pretty funny. It's one that I get a grin at, in one that, like I said, I watch it every year. So we got a 2 and a 4. We're going to give this bad boy a 6 overall and call it good right there. I'm going to go ahead and set his ugly mug down, and so you can just look at my ugly mug for just a moment. I hope each and every one of you are going to have a fantastic weekend. I will be back Monday as usual. I'm still debating if I'm going to be here on Christmas and Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. There are movies I would like to review, but I'm not sure if I'll be here in time. So please keep that in mind, guys. If you're hoping and expecting for one on those days, and if I don't upload, I'm sorry. And by the way, the last couple days, I'm sorry for uploading so late, because I've been having things to do and schedule issues and getting over to where getting to upload it and all that jazz, getting over to where I can do it. Alright guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Have a great weekend. Love your faces. Peace as always.